Welcome back to Joy News today. Let's head straight to Parliament. Kweku Asante is our correspondent there. He joins us live. Kweku, earlier I was asking if the minority and majority gave any explanation why both of them did not turn out for the press conference, but only majority MPs.
Aisha, so according to the majority leader, this investigation is set to unravel the motive of this said businessman. He has not given any more details as to whether or not this investigation has commenced and what form this investigation is taking place, whether it's being investigated by his office or the majority caucus as a whole, or whether they are handing this over to a private independent body to be able to do so. He has not given those details, but he says that the key part of this investigation will be focusing on unraveling what exactly the motives of this unnamed businessman was in this alleged attempt to induce some MPs from his caucus, the majority side, to back down on their demand for Ofori-Atta to be dismissed.
So we are hearing that the 2023 budget may delay because of IMF negotiations. Earlier, there was a press conference that was supposed to be attended by the majority and minority caucus, but it ended up with only majority MPs. What's the explanation?
Right, so usually when Parliament resumes, some of these news conferences are addressed by both leaders. At the last meeting, it was the minority leader, Haruna Idrisu, who held this news conference. The majority leader did not show up. This morning, it was expected that Haruna Idrisu will also be there. He wasn't. The explanation was that he had some other urgent business that he was attending to, and that he will probably join us and when the meeting was ongoing, but he did not. But it was at this news conference that the majority leader explained that due to some of these talks with the IMF, the budget is going to delay, and it's not likely that it will be presented to the House on the 15th of November. According to the PFMA, this must be done by that date, but the majority leader has been explaining that the constitutional imperative allows them to go beyond that date, but not beyond the ending of the month. And so we'll be looking to work within that period. But IMF officials are expected in town either this week or the next week to continue the talks that will secure Ghana a $3 billion bailout from the fund. But it's not likely that we'll get the budget on the 15th of November, maybe the period afterwards, but not exceeding 30th November.
What will be the repercussion, especially on government business? Did they give you any hint?
So the majority leader says he does not anticipate any major hits to government details in terms of the budget.
Kweku Asante is our parliamentary correspondent. Definitely a lot more is happening in Parliament, and we have our lenses widely opened. We'll bring you all the details in Parliament.